Welcome back to Gaming Top Down. Today I'm going to be unboxing SkyTeam from Scorpion Masqué. This is a two-player co-op game where you work together as pilot and co-pilot to try and land an airplane. And there's a bunch of different expansion modules that you can use as you get better at the game. But the crux of the game is after you start the round, you hide your dice behind your player screen and can no longer talk to the person you are playing with. This game was designed by Luc Rémond, and without any further ado, now that I have the stickers off the box, let's get the box open and see what is inside. Okay, first up are the two rule books, and you can see here on the rule book what it doesn't say on the outside of the box. The illustrations in this game were done by Eric Hibbeler and Adrian Reeves? Not sure on the pronunciation there. There are two different rule books because the first base game is tackled here in the landing procedure book, and it talks about all of the setup and rules for the regular game. It also shows you how to punch and sticker with these double-sided stickers the control panel board, since it is double layered and has some parts that you fold over. Rulebook looks good, lots of pictures, and I hope that everything is explained pretty well. This isn't a particularly complicated game, but there is a lot to think about when you're deciding where to place your dice. Okay. There is no official solo variant, it doesn't look like, but I know that some people have created one on Board Game Geek. But yeah, rulebook looks nice. After you have completed the first game or two, flying to Montreal, I think, is that first mission, then you can use this rulebook to look at the differences for the many different cities and scenarios and expansions that you can use. And they include things like extra traffic dice, having to make specific turns, manage your fuel, dealing with fuel leaks, ice breaks, wind. You have to train an intern, and it just gives a breakdown of all of those in the 4 different difficulty levels: green, yellow, red, and black. I think there are 20 bonus scenarios here, and then Scorpion Masqué has a bunch more on their website as well. All right, next up are the 2 player shields for the pilot and the co-pilot. It looks like they have a bunch of information in there so that as you're playing, you don't forget things. And they fold down nice and small. And it looks like it's just a single tab that kind of pops through there to set those up. So super simple to set up. Yeah, those are nice. I'm gonna undo that real quick. Okay, got the other one for the co-pilot. Pretty similar. I'm guessing it has very similar information in here, but maybe it's slightly different since the co-pilot and pilot are a tiny bit asymmetric. Next up is that control board with lots of different spots to pop out. All the spots that have the trash can symbol, I'm assuming, can be trashed. And then there is a second layer that has the background where you'll be placing the dice. And like I mentioned, there is the foldable section here where you'll put stickers before you fold them down so that the board will kind of sit a little bit elevated, because you're going to have cards up here in these top sections that should slide down. So having it slightly elevated will help with those cards sliding in and out easy. Yeah, that looks really good. The board is fairly thick, and those do pop out nicely, and then you can see the die value that is required for that location underneath. All right, after that board, which is the kind of the main piece of the game, we have this other little punch board, very small one with some reroll tokens. And then these are switch tokens that will go inside these little sliding rectangle spots. And after you have placed a die to either put down the landing gear or fold up the flaps, then you will turn the switch over to show that you have done that one. And I believe all the flaps and the landing gear has to be down before you can land. So those little cardboard pieces go there. Next up are the dice. Looks like there are 4 for each player. And I think they're just a standard D6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. But I do like the colors. The orange and blue look nice. And yeah, they look solid. Next up is this token. It will go in this spot on the board and keeps track of the kind of the plane that your airplane is at, if it's level or if you're currently turned. If you ever get this far inverted, then you lose immediately. And there are certain expansions that make it so you have to turn during certain segments of the flight, and if you miss the turns, you lose. And then when you land, you have to be perfectly level. So that is what goes there, and it will fit in this dual layered spot there. Cool piece. Mine is a little bit foggy, or maybe it's just dirty from the cardboard, but I'll try and clean that up. Cool piece regardless, though, it being see-through, and it's going to sit kind of on this colored background. Okay, next up here are those stickers that go on the board. Then we have a little packet of stuff. Not sure what okay, these are, I'll probably just put these in a baggie so they don't get lost. These are the airplane tokens that symbolize the other planes that are in the air. You have to remove them from your path so that you don't collide with them. There are these coffee cups that can be used to modify a die roll up or down by 1 value. And then these tokens go in the brakes. And yeah, I believe it's the brakes and the speed spots to monitor how quickly you're moving. So yeah, those look nice. It'll be cool to see them slotted into that board. And I like those airplanes. Yeah, interesting choice with the paper bag. I'll just put them in a baggie, but there are those. Okay, and here are the 2 base game tracks that, like I mentioned, will slot in these spots. Those airplane tokens will go here, like you can see. So you have to make sure that you move them out of the way. And then on every turn, you will go down in altitude as well. So you have to make sure that you are not you're not all the way down at 0 altitude before you get to the airport. And if you are at the airport before you're all the way down, you have to kind of really slow your speed down so that you can not crash. So that's what those monitor there. All right, then left in the box is this little section here with all of the expansion or the extra modules that you can add in. So let's take a peek at those. Got a black die. This is the traffic die that will add extra of those white airplane meeples to that left track. We've got the 20, I believe it was, different location scenarios or airports that you're flying to. Some of them are very short tracks, so you don't have as much time to get everything done that you need to. Some of them have those turns that on this leg of the trip you have to be turned that direction. If you're in one of the X's, you lose. These black dice symbolize when you have to roll that traffic die. And I think those are the main differences. Yeah, oh, and they're double-sided as well. Cool. It's really cool that they have so many extra ones. All right, you've got an extra punch board here. I don't think this one will get any stickers, but it is double layered as well. Oh, it does get 2 stickers, yay, to hold that together, so that's nice. And this will sit right on top of the board right here, replacing the regular speed and brake, or excuse me, the brake. I think it is the speed and brakes tracks. So it'll go over here, and it's a little more difficult to deal with your brakes when there is ice involved. So that's what this one tracks. This punch board here signifies the wind. If you're playing with the wind module, this airplane piece goes in the center here and will rotate left and right based on the wind. And you have to add or subtract values to your speed based on the wind. Here's the extra stickers for the expansion stuff. This one, this is when you're training the intern. You place these pieces randomly on here, and you have to use all of them to fully train the intern before the flight is over. This will sit down here at the bottom of the board as another track. Then this one is also double layered. Yeah, that one will fold and get 2 stickers as well. This is the kerosene track. It goes here on the left side of the board. This is where you will track if you're running out of fuel, if you're playing with the fuel module. And you have to play a die there, and that die will symbolize how much fuel you use starting from your base of 20. And if you don't play a die there by the end of the round, then you go down 6 fuel points. So playing a die there obviously is a lot better than losing 6. And that is all of the bonus content in the game as well. So that was a quick look at SkyTeam. I'm really excited to try this one out. I'm not a huge fan of co-op games in general, but the idea here with this one where you're working together, but during the round you can't communicate, so you have to... One of the other co-op games I really love, I just said I'm not a huge co-op fan, but there are a few I like, and one of them is the Shipwreck Arcana, where you can't talk to your teammates, but you place a token down, and where you've placed it gives them information, but also where you didn't place it gives your team information on what value of token you're holding in your hand. And I imagine this is going to be very similar, where wherever you place a number is giving information about, what your intentions are, but where you didn't place it is also giving information about what dice you have remaining. And so I like that portion of trying to connect with the other player in that way. And I generally like co-op games that are shorter, 20, 30 minutes, I think is a good time frame. If a co-op game starts to get into the hours long, I start to struggle with it. So I think I'll really enjoy this one. It's been uber popular. I imagine it will get, more expansions. I think it's been on the Board Game Geek hotness for a long time and was one of the biggest games of last year. So thanks so much for watching this unboxing of SkyTeam. Make sure to check out the rest of my content I have here on the Gaming Top Down YouTube channel, and make sure you join the giveaway that we're doing every month, but here at the end of May 2024. It's for a $25 gift card to either Steam, PlayStation Network, or Amazon if you'd rather get a board game. So that $25 gift card would basically cover the entire game if you were to buy SkyTeam. So make sure to enter that giveaway at supergamebrothers.com. That's the website for my board game and video game podcast that I do with my younger brother every week. Without any further ado, let's get out of here. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.